Hello all you amazing people here, it is Riley LH here with another video, and 2Jack Customs was nice enough to send me out a set of their indicators to put on the car. I really like the look of these indicators, especially blacked out, and they're just going to look so good in show mode. That's going to be my favorite. And we're going to be installing them on the car today. It is stupid simple, and the only really two tools you need is a 10mm and a screwdriver. And it's that simple, and we can probably get the job done in like 5-10 minutes. So first off, we're gonna go ahead and grab the 10mm that we were talking about earlier. Come over. We're gonna pop our trunk. And we're just gonna go and unbolt the positive terminal on the battery so we can work without any power. So we just simply unbolt it, pull it off, make sure it's not gonna touch anywhere. Now we can head over back to the engine. And now we just pop our hood. And now we just take out the lights. You can see the connectors right here. We're gonna go and unplug those connectors and they plug straight in. And then you'll have one link cable that will go from one indicator to the other. I'm gonna go and actually put them up here and try to make them as nice as possible. Try to find a way to zip tie them with not making it look bad and just having zip ties coming around. And then they link the two indicators together, and then you have this little terminal here. That's your power, and for the power, we just are gonna go and the alternator has a power source, 12-volt power source, and we just pop that cap open, take off that 10mm, and we go and put it on. It's all really simple. Okay, so now we just unscrew these. It's just a normal Phillips head screw. So now you can just take that all the way out. We'll leave that there and get the other side. Same thing on the other side. Get out the screws. That one came out much easier. Alright, now they're both out. So now we just unplug that plug. Okay, so now we come on in here and we just unplug this plug. You can see it right there, one on each side. It's really easy to unplug this plug. You just go, push in that tab right there, and pull it out. And now your indicator is all the way out. And then we do the same for the other side. You just simply press in and pull. Boom. And now both indicators are out and the new ones are ready to be put in. But first, I'm gonna clean. Alright, now it's time to plug in the wires. So we go ahead and we're gonna take this little pigtail here and we're gonna plug it into the stock connector. So we just run into the hole. And then we find our stock connector and our new one. And we just simply pop them together. And now we do the same for the other side. We take the pigtail connector and push it through. And we find our stock connector and we just click them together. And now we're gonna run this cable from our driver's side indicator over to our passenger side, and then we'll connect these two together, and then we'll run main power to the alternator, and then after we run power to the alternator, we'll go and route our button. Okay, so I'm gonna run the wire straight across the subframe, and I'm gonna try to get away with no zip ties. If need be, I can always run zip ties through there. So we just stick it through. See your little connector there. Keep on pushing. Gonna run it over to the other side, and then we can connect to the two, and then the two indicators will be linked together. I'm actually gonna run it under the stock horn wiring to kind of hold it down a little bit. And then I'll actually run a zip tie on that cable and connect the two cables together so I don't have to worry about them coming apart and dropping off the subframe. Now that it's almost over, we're gonna come to the other side and fully pull it through. Okay, now it is on the other side and we can connect the two together. We're just gonna hold it down. We're gonna grab the other connector right here and we plug them in. Alright, now I just pop them together. They're officially connected together. That one's ready to be permanently put in. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and just push this one in. Get that pushed in, and then you do the inside first and then push the outside in. Just like that. And then now we're gonna put all the wires in this one. Run them all back. We'll do the same exact for this. You want the inside of the wire to go in first. I mean the inside of the indicator to go in first. And then you can push in the other side. Okay, so the both are now in, and I figured out I'm not actually gonna make a mounting tab for the button. I'm just gonna mount it right there. So the button does have a little locking mechanism, a little nut on it. You just unscrew that nut, and then I'm gonna feed it through there, and then I'll screw the nut back on, and then we can just press the button right there. Be super easy. And then I'm gonna try to route this power as nicely as possible. I'm gonna route it under the headlight, probably under the charcoal canister, and then straight onto the alternator. Okay, so now we just come over to our alternator. We're gonna break that loose. So on the alternator, there's a little cover, and it will supply 12-volt power if you take off that power and put anything on it. If you've ever used a timing gun on this car, you'll know about it. But so we're gonna go ahead and get that bolt off. I mean that nut off. Alright, the nut is now off. And then you go and route your power cable to it. Yeah. And then re-put on your nut. I know you guys can't see really what I'm doing. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. And then you go thread that nut back on, and we'll tighten that nut, and then we'll now have power. And I did also go and mount up the button, so everything is ready to go. After I go and tighten this nut, we just re-plug it back in the battery, and screw in the lights, and our new fancy 2-jack custom indicators are in. Alright, so now all we gotta do is just screw in these lights. Now we just do the same for the other side. Okay, so now both of them are fitted up. We just simply go over to the back with our 10 mil again. We're gonna plug back in our battery, and then she'll be ready to go. Alright, now we just snug up the connection. Alright, it's nice and tight. We can close up our trunk after we go and put that back over our battery. Now we can close up our trunk. Okay, so now the lights are in. Now we just put them in show mode and see what they look like on. So right now, this is them completely off. We come and press the button once. It'll put it in show mode. It'll just go through its sequence. It looks pretty cool. Really happy with that. We can press that button off, and then if we want it to look really cool all the time, go, turn the headlights on, and they have that look to them. I really like that look, and I'll probably just always keep them on when driving. That just looks super good. And then you can also turn on show mode, which is just simply pressing that one button. You can turn on show mode whilst the headlights are on as well. Just looks super, super good. That's probably what I'll be like at the track, just sitting there. And then once I fully go out, I'll turn show mode off and just have these on. The running lights on. Looks really, really good. Super happy with it. And if you do want some 2-jack custom lights, I will have their website and their Instagram link in the description down below. They're all really good, high quality materials. They 3D printed the casing, I think out of PETG, if I'm correct. And it's all just made in-house, really good quality. And the one time that they really have had a problem with them and stuff, they instantly fixed it. The one person who had a problem, they recalled them, fixed them, and then sent them back out, which is super amazing. And just customer service is through the roof with 2-jack customs. So again, if you do want them, description down below, Instagram and website. I would really, really recommend them. They look super good. They're super easy to install. It's all just plug and play, and then it's done. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.